Stampers. Today I want to share with you how I fussy cut so that it looks like I cut out the image with a die. My name is Kristina Reese and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Creating with Kristina. I have been working on a card sketchbook that I created and that I sell to help support my business. And we are on the absolute last sketch, number 30. So I wanted to show that to you real quick. Our last sketch is on a diagonal. All right, so we have basically a difference between the two corners, whether you use designer paper or watercolor, embossing. Somehow you want this corner of your card to be different than this corner. Then you have a stripe to divide the two corners, and that can be ribbon, paper, whatever your imagination can come up with, or whatever items in your stash you can think of. And then finally, your focal point. Now, this focal point's in a circle, but it could be a square. It could be any kind of shape. It could be a butterfly, a heart. Today, what we're going to do is I found some fun designer paper that I actually saw diagonal. And so we're going to fussy cut it. Well, instead of me telling you, why don't we just get started? Okay, I'm going to tilt the camera down so you guys can watch. All right, here we are, and I'm just going to put my card sketch over here on the corner and get all situated so we can see. There we go, and we're working with this last sketch, number 30. And like I said, you can get this ebook, 30 card sketches with examples. There is a link in the description of this video. Just click on it and follow the prompts to the PayPal. It's only $4.95. It's a great value, and it is a wonderful jumping off point to get your creative juices going. Also, there is a video for each one of these card sketches on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is search for card sketch number whatever, and you should find it. All right, let's get started with fussy cutting. So the very first thing with fussy cutting is you need an excellent pair of snips. Now, these are in my shop. They're by Stampin' Up. They're just paper snips, but what makes them so amazing for fussy cutting is, first of all, let me pull it up to the camera. They have a very sharp tip and they are razor sharp blade, and they are small. All right, this is what you need for fussy cutting. All right, next tip. When you fussy cut, oh, and by the way, this is Mosaic Mood designer paper that is also in my shop. Pick an item that you want to fussy cut. And so I have, let me pick, I'm noticing most of my roses are already kind of cut off, but here's a nice rose right here in the middle. It also has a butterfly. All right, so how we're going to do this is because this rose is already cut, I'm not going to worry about it, but I don't want to mess up this butterfly because I may want to fussy cut that out. I want to go between the butterfly and the rose. And I'm just kind of doing a rough outline cut. I'm not being real exact right now so that I can get it off of this big piece of paper. All right, and then once again, I have two items and I may want to save the other one, so I was careful to go between them. Here's another butterfly, go between that, another rose. All right. Now that I have the whoops, sorry about that. Now that I have the item I want to fussy cut, the next trick is, well, it's two things. I'm going to keep a less than eighth of an inch border around, and then I'm going to move my paper, not my scissors. And that is the trick to a steady cut and how it can look like you cut it out with a die. All right. We could spend the whole rest of my video cutting this out, but I already have one cut out. Here it is. The next thing on this card sketch was the diagonal, and this is what I was talking about. This designer paper, which is in the same pack, if you'll notice these waves, if you follow them, they go in a diagonal pattern. And I thought, oh, cool. You know what? I'm going to cut this so that it makes a diagonal. Now, the other thing I noticed was if I go here, here, and here, it's a little too bumpy. But it's like, well, oh, wait a minute. I don't have to cut this whole thing out. I can like cut in between. So I'm going to cut, 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 and it will make an excellent diagonal. And once again, I just turn my paper Now this one, I'm not really leaving a border. I'm staying on the little mosaic tiles, or in between the little mosaic tiles. So it is a real nice guide. Whoops, I missed. No biggie, only missed by just a fraction. All right, go in there. There we go. Boom. All right, we have a diagonal. Isn't that cool? And then I kind of saw where I missed a little bit there. No biggie. Turn that off. Perfect. All right. So there, we've cut our card in a diagonal. You know what? I should have left that little bit there, but that's okay. It looks fine. Yeah. I wasn't, where's that go? Yeah, I should have cut that little piece there. Well, I still can, and I can tape it on there or glue it on there. There we go. All right. Now it actually goes up into the corner. Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right, here we go. We have our rows. We've got our diagonal. Now I'm not putting a ribbon or a stripe right here. This decorative mosaic flow here is really pretty. I don't want to distract from that. Also, for my rows, it'll get lost, I think, if it just sits there by itself. So I pulled out a doily. I'm just going to place that there. Then I'll put my rows on top. And one last thing, it needed a little something else, and I saw this ribbon that I have, and this goes well with the color in the tile, background tile there. So, and I'm just going to put that there, and then we'll put our saying here. When you are using a card sketch, like I've said in every one of my videos, it's a jumping off point. You need to look at your stash, see what you've got. In this case, I saw this paper. Well, in the last video, in sketch number 29, I fussy cut one of these roses out because it was a good circle. Then with that, I thought, well, I've got another circle. And as I was, anyways, I saw this paper and I saw that diagonal, and my brain just said, oh, just use this same paper. We'll just make a second card similar to the one before. All right. I'm just going to quickly put it together, and I need some tape right there. Oh, here we go. And we will and just put that right there. And this little piece, since it's so tiny, I'm not going to try to put tape on it. I'll just put a dab of glue. There we go. And it's also so little, I need a pair of tweezers to pick it up. There There we go. And I'm trying to remember how it goes. It goes this way, yes. Perfect. Oh my gosh, isn't that great? I love that. All right, next thing is the doily. And I noticed if I put my doily too close to the edge, my rose, well, actually, it kind of looks cool. All right, never mind. I know it falls in here, so I'm just going to put my doily there. And it's okay if they're sticky because I know my rose is going there. Now my rose, however, I want to have a little more dimension. So pull out my dimensionals. And I love these dimensionals. They're super sticky. The hexagon shape is unique in that it fits good square corners and round edges. So I really like those. And we've also come out with ones with black edges in our holiday catalog so that if you have it on the edge here, you won't see it because it's black under there instead of white. Anyways, that's really cool. I'll be showing you those later. And then we need a glue dot. Every time you put a ribbon or a bow, something like that, get out your glue dots. And another tip, I tie a twine here to keep my glue dots for, paper from going crazy. And I just pull it back till I find my next glue dot. My goodness. There it is, last one. I need to trim that back. There we go. And I just, let's see, which side do I want up? Yeah, I want this side up. So I just take my knot and I place that on the glue dot. I pull it up and then I place it where I want it. There we go. Perfect. Isn't that sweet? So far, so good. Well, last thing we want to do is a sentiment. Now, I wanted to do my sentiment last because I want to tell you about a new series. Like I said, this is my last card sketch for this card sketch book. Well, I shouldn't say it's the last card I'm going to make with it. I'm going to still use my card sketch book. I use this all the time. That's how I come up with cards. But my new series, I want to really show off the amazing fall stamp sets that are coming out in the holiday catalog. September 4th, and if you don't have a copy of the catalog, you can see the digital copy on my blog, on my website, or you can email me and ask me for one, and I'd be happy to send one to you. So here we go. I thought with the fall, though, and November coming up, gratitude lists, being thankful. That's every time I see leaves and fall colors, I think of Thanksgiving and thankfulness. And instead of waiting until November to do a gratitude series, I thought, why not do it now so that you all will have the opportunity to buy the product and do them yourself. So we're going to start with our first thank you card. And I've picked, this is not a fall stamp set, but it is a thank you that I really, really like. This is a great stamp set, Butterfly Gala, but thank you so very much. And I love the big block letter and the cursive at top. So I thought that is going to be fun. The next thing I want to share with you is the color I chose. This designer series paper, when you purchase it, or if you look at it in the catalog, it gives you the list of all the colors in the entire pack. And one of the colors is early espresso that goes with this pack. So I thought, well, instead of using black, this is close to black, it's dark, it'll make my saying pop up. Use the early espresso since it is a part of the color scheme for this paper. All right, and we just ink that baby up. And I'm just going to place that right there. Go down and up. Now, speaking of gratitude in my new series, my goal, and I want to send this challenge out to you, I want you to start sending thank you cards or friendship cards and tell your friends and your loved ones how much they mean to you in a handwritten card. We think, oh my God, I have no time. Make the time. There is nothing more important in this world than developing and keeping your relationships. And one of the best, greatest way to do that is to send a handwritten thank you friendship card. So that's my challenge to you. And I'm going to be doing this series, the 12 cards of fall, kind of a takeoff on the Christmas, 12 days of Christmas, when we do 12 cards of fall. Here we go. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I really like how this one turned out. All right. Want to make sure I covered everything before I let you guys go. If you like card ideas, sign up for my newsletter. There's a link in the description. Every week, I send a free card tutorial that is exclusive to my email subscribers. You won't see these card tutorials anywhere but in my newsletter. And with that, I will see you next week with the kickoff of 12 cards of fall. Bye-bye.